sing louder. Tonight we're setting the woods on fire, we're setting the block on fire. You're my gal, and I'm your feller. I dress up in your frock yeller. I'll look swell, or you'll look sweller. Setting the block on fire. We'll take in all the honky tonks. Tonight we're having fun. We'll show the folks a brand new dance that never has been done. I don't care who thinks we're silly. You'll be daffy and I'll be dilly. Order up 2 bowls of chili. Setting the woods on fire, setting the blocks on fire. Forever rhymer. I'll gas up my hot rod and stoker. We'll get hotter than a poker. You'll be broke, but I'll be broker. Tonight we're setting the woods on fire. Forever rhymer. Tonight we're setting the block on fire. Forever rhymer. Oh, why should I try? I never done you wrong. I kept my vows. You left me all alone. Told me you love me. Told me a lie. Why should I pay? Tell me why I should try. You knew I worshipped you right from the start. I gave you my love. I must learn to live by you. I told lies to my heart. I told my heart I didn't love you, that I'd be happy if we part. Lonely years of tears and sorrow. I told lies to my heart. I forever said, never thought that we'd part. You didn't care enough to even say goodbye. Why should I pay? Tell me why should I cry? You know I miss you now that you're gone. Life can be sad when you're living all alone. But darling, I'll forget you. I'll forget you. Your memory will die. Why should I pay? Tell me why should I cry? Rhyme after rhyme. No. I told my heart I didn't love you, and I'd be happy if we part. But now I know I was mistaken. I told a lie to my heart. I told my heart I didn't love you. Now we'll forever be apart. Lonely years of tears and sorrow. I told a lie to my heart. If we sin, somehow we pay. Now the bitter teardrops start. Course, what they could secure by policy were more easily destroyed, ahoy, because they were off of their guard 84. Certainly it was a coursera, the rat all, I spit all that content, all that content, I spit all that content, I spit all that, I spit all that content, I spit all that rap. You may be sure that we are as well, aware as you of the difficulty of contending against your power and fortune, wrapping their ending, unless the terms be equal. But we trust that the gods may grant us a bus fortune as good as yours, since we are just men fighting, wrapping our ending against unjust, and that what we want in power will be made up by the alliance, wrapping defiance of the lasting dominions, lasting dominions who are bound, never wow, meow, that's only for very shame to come to the aid of the kindred of our confidence, therefore, which won't complain, short, after all is not so utterly irrational, about purple snapple, for the love of gain will reconcile the weaker to the dominion of the stronger, wrapped forever in the possession of capital, enable the more powerful to reduce smaller towns to subjection, wrapping out inspection. And it was at a somewhat later stage of this development, wrapping resentment, that they went on the expedition against Troy. Ahoy, boy, I'm just a sexy boy, I'm not your boy, toy, H-E-K, I'm not your boy, toy, I'm just a sexy curve, I'll make your ankle hurt, and squirt, nah, to fit, and with the change of Beth's words, to have them change their usual visual meanings of what used to be described as faultless action of aggression, wrapping repentant, was now bow meow, guarding as the courage one would expect to find in a party member, wrapping their enders, pitter patter, perhaps go splatter, to think of the future and wait. It was merely another way of saying one was a coward, a Howard, a Bower, home bound, wow, lost and bound. Don't get me wrong, when I say you're stupid, it's not an insult. I envy stupid people. They're true happiness. Look how happy Beavis and Butthead are. Or Patrick. or Ed, or Billy, from Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy and Ed and Eddie. Beavis and Butthead are laughing all the time. You guys are so stupid. I envy stupid people. I wish I could be happy all the time like Beavis and Butthead. Like Beavis and Butthead. That's why I usually don't like talking Beavis and Butthead. I don't want any negativity. I don't want to hear your opinions. Like Beavis and Butthead. I'm not trying to impress you. I am the way I am. I don't care what you think of my appearance. I don't want to hear what you think of the way I look. Like Beavis and Butthead. It's negative. I want to delete it. I came back from the dead. This demon says to speak it again and again. The echoing inside of my head, speaking again. Echo it again, speak it again. I came back from the dead. I will speak it again. Rhyme it again and again. The echoing inside of my head is driving me crazy again. Echo it, I shall speak it again. The echoing inside of my head, I must speak it again. That's the thing, I'm limited with technology to record my songs. I can write lyrics for days. I can write lyrics for days upon days. I just have to work with limited equipment, for real. I have a freaking phone, I have a phone that I spit lyrics to. I don't have top-of-the-line sound equipment. I don't have a studio. I don't have a famous platform. Just imagine if I did with the lyrics I could write. I bet I'd be a huge hit. What do you think? Well, am I wrong? I don't think so. I can write lyrics for days. It's just that's why my phone's always freezing. That's why it messes up when I'm recording. That's why the beats sound louder than my voice. For real. If I pretty much wasn't disadvantaged, I'd be a huge hit too. They never agreed on any opinion, and they had their lawn indeed. Been accustomed to jeer without anger, each at the other's incorrigible aberrations. My ears are refutable to the mere words of the uttering mouth. Let your tongue be a vessel of substance, lest my ears turn deaf to the whispers of inconsequential, and moral blindness is a dilemma, which man inflicts upon himself by his tragic misuse of freedom and his failure to use his mind to its fullest capacity. I am a lamb you had for your tea, and I am a tiger who came. I am the bag you boiled her. I am the bag you boiled her in the water to keep the flame. I am the lamb you had for your tea. I am the tiger who came. I am the bag you boiled her in the water to keep the flame. Ramming away to stay again and again. Ramming away to stay again. I am the lamb you had for your tea. I am the tiger who came. I am the bag you boiled her in the water to keep the flame. The world around, as I never showed how life could be fought. I am the true believer and the overpriced beauty. That's the thing, when I play my music, people like to go on their phones and just pretty much have a conversation and listen to music in the background. But I'm not like that. When I listen to music, I study what the person is saying. I listen to what he's saying and pick apart the lyrics. Pretty much, when I try to sing, I just try to fade into the background. I try to go along with what the artist is saying. And I pretty much just try to make it so people's ears don't hurt. And I try to fade into the background. I think we should go back to George Washington's mentality of isolation. We don't need any more immigration. There's too many fucking people. We don't need any immigration anymore. I hate people that don't speak English. German Shepherd. Why can't everybody just speak the same language?
It's stupid.
Pluto, Mars, Nash, Infinitist. Off the top of my head, Jimmy Neutron, gibberish syllables. Jimmy Neutron, gibberish syllables.
Fucking foreigners coming in here, and we gotta learn their language.
Dexter Laboratory and Jimmy Neutron, gibberish syllables. Sophisticated vocabulary is still to me off the top of me, giantissima syllabalism.
No, everybody should just speak the same language. I hate people that don't understand me. Ba 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 ba, blah ba da blah, yibbity yeah, blah bitty blah, speaking gibberish in the form of rhyme and sound and rap. We don't need any more foreigners. We don't need any more immigration. I think we should go back to George Washington's mentality of isolation. We built up the country enough. The rest of the world's fucked up. We should go back to isolation, in my opinion. Fuck people that don't speak English. Blah bitty blah, yibbity yeah. I am lickety split, blah bitty blah, yibbity yeah. Hippity hoop blah, blah bitty blah, gibberish rap.
Only 1.5 years to go outside, somewhere where they can be quite alone with the heavens, nature, and God, because only then does one feel that all is as it should be, and that God wishes to see people acting in the midst. The centrality of nature as long as this exists, and it certainly always will. I know that then there will always be comfort for every sorrow, whatever the circumstances may be, and I firmly believe that nature brings solace in all troubles because nature has more patience than people. Look at how a single candle can be both defied and defied and define the darkness and both a single candle both defied and define the darkness. People can tell you to keep your mouth shut, but that doesn't stop you from having your own opinion. Whoever is happy will make others happy, and the long run is the sharpest weapon of all. As a kind and gentle spirit, where there's hope, there's life that fills us with fresh courage and makes us strong again. Instead of anything, I still believe that people are really good at heart. I don't want to have lived in vain like most people. I want to be useful or bring enjoyment to all people, even those I've never met. I want to go on living even after my death. I want to go on living even after my death. Perhaps in a mess again, I said.
I stood still, a vision blurred, and in that moment, I heard my heart break. It was small, it sounded like a snap of a flower stem. People assume that time is a strict regression of cause to effect, but actually, from a non-objective viewpoint, it's more like a big ball of wibbly-wobbly, a tiny, whiny stuff. But truthfully, Professor Hawking, why would he allow a tourist from a future monk up the past when they're contemporaries had the task well in hand? The man know that love is truly timeless. This is what time travel is. It's looking at a person and seeing them in the present and the past currently, and that mode of transport only worked with those one had known a significant time. Time travel is where all tourists from the future forever. Do you think we can be friends? I asked. He stared up at the ceiling. Probably not. We could have adventure works and experience calls to those who can't want to live in for their lives. I am charging the protection of my mother and friends. Not to mention keeping my younger self off the internet. He is as dangerous as a pole. He's been wrapped as the snap. Party lights hanging over the street, yellow and red and green. Sadie stumbles over someone's chair. I'm ready for this, and I can't catch her easily by the arm. Sorry, clumsy, she says. Sorry, clumsy, she says. You are always worse, Sadie. One of your more enduring traits before she can ask about that. I sit my arm around her waist. She strips her spine around mine. Still looking up at me, like escape across cheeks and shine her eyes. Clasped hands, fingers folded together naturally. And for me, the years fall away like a coat. That's too heavy, too late. In that moment, I hope I'm thinking above all others that she was not too busy to find at least one good man. She speaks in a voice almost too low to be heard over the music. I hear her. I always did. Who are you, George? Rapping about if the universe came to end, and every time there was some uncertainty about what had happened, and it would never have gone beyond the first picosecond, and many others, of course, don't. It's like a human body. You see a few bruises here and there. Don't hurt it, but not even major surgery that is done properly. Paradoxes are just scar tissue. Time and space heal themselves up around them, and people simply remember a version of events which makes as much sense as they require to make it. Forgiveness, which takes you back to